More gerunds and infinitives? In this case, it's how do you know when they have the same meaning and how do you know when they have a different meaning? When one verb follows another verb, then the first verb determines the form of the second verb. What that means is certain verbs are followed by gerunds, those ing verbs, and certain verbs are followed by infinitives, those 2 plus base verbs. But did you know certain verbs can be followed by both? Sometimes with the same meaning, identical, whether it's an infinitive or a gerund that follows that verb, and sometimes with a different meaning. So, how do you know? How do you know when they have the same meaning? And how do you know when they have a different meaning? Well, there's a list, of course. Here's a list of verbs with the same meaning, where both gerunds and infinitives follow these verbs and have the same meaning. Love, like, hate, prefer, start, begin, continue, forbid, permit, allow. Here's an example. I love eating sweets. I love to eat sweets. The verb is love, and the next verb is either an infinitive or a gerund. So, I love eating sweets and I love to eat sweets have the same meaning. Here's another example. I like jogging. I like to jog. They have the same meaning. Like is a verb that is followed by a gerund or an infinitive, and it has the same meaning. I like jogging and I like to jog. Here's another example. I hate doing homework. I hate to do homework. Hate is the verb that can be followed by a gerund or an infinitive, and they both have the same meaning. I hate doing homework. I hate to do homework. Here's another example. I prefer getting up early. I prefer to get up early. Prefer is the verb. Getting up is the gerund, or prefer to get up in the infinitive form, and they both have the same meaning. They have the same meaning, but there is still a small difference. Use gerunds to talk generally about something, and use infinitives to speak or talk more specifically about something. So here's an example. He started running again. This is a general statement, so you use a gerund. He started to run 3 times a week. This is more specific, so you must use an infinitive. Here's another example. She loves eating hamburgers. So this is a general statement, so you must use a gerund after a general statement. She loves to eat hamburgers every Friday night. Well, this is a specific sentence, so you have to use the infinitive. Here's another example. She started smoking again. This is a general statement, so you use the gerund. She started to smoke 10 cigarettes a day. Well, that's very specific, so you use the infinitive. And another example. I like painting. This is a general statement, so we use the gerund. I like to paint on the weekends. This is a more specific sentence, so you use the infinitive to paint. but. Only gerunds can follow these two verbs. Enjoy and dislike. They cannot be followed by an infinitive. For example, I enjoy playing tennis. This is a gerund, playing. You can only use a gerund after enjoy because it is incorrect to say, I enjoy to play tennis. You can't do that. Here's another example. I dislike flying on an airplane. Dislike has to be followed by a gerund. It is incorrect to say, I dislike to fly on airplanes. It's strange. You can't do it. Okay, but there's more. Certain verbs that take both the gerund and the infinitive, as you know, can have the same meaning, but there are other certain verbs that take the same gerund and infinitive with a different meaning. Here are 3 major ones to remember. Remember, forget, and stop. There are more, but these are the top 3. So these verbs have different meanings, even though they follow the same certain verb. For example, I remembered to meet them. I remembered meeting them. These 2 sentences have very different meanings. Remember plus an infinitive, it means that you remember first and then you do something. For example, remember plus an infinitive. I remembered to meet them. First, I remembered I had to meet them, and then I met them. Remember plus a gerund. Now this will have a different meaning. You do something first, and then you remember doing it. It's the opposite, you see. Remember plus a gerund. Here's an example. I remembered meeting them. First, I met them, and then I remembered that I had met them. Different meaning. Now let's look at the verb forget, followed by a gerund and an infinitive, where they have different meanings. I forgot to call Betty. I forgot calling Betty. Forgot plus an infinitive. It means that you didn't remember to do something. For example, I forgot to call Betty. I never called Betty because I didn't remember to do it. Now let's look at forgot followed by a gerund. It means that you did something and you forgot you did it. For example, I forgot calling Betty means I called Betty, but I forgot that I had called her. Let's look at the verb stop, where it has a different meaning when followed by a gerund and an infinitive. I stopped swimming. I stopped to swim. So let's look at the first example of stop followed by the infinitive. It means stop what you're doing to do something else. I stopped to swim. I stopped what I was doing to take a swim. Now let's look at stop followed by a gerund. It means that you quit doing something. For example, I stopped swimming. I quit swimming. I don't swim anymore. If you like these types of grammar videos, check out the video Prepositions, in, on, and at. These are about prepositions of location, and these 3 little words can be confusing. If you like this video, hit the like button. And if you'd like to see more of these types of videos, hit that subscribe button. Thank you for watching a video by Melissa Carroll, my English teacher.